Welcome CSBA. I am joined in welcome CSBA. I am joined in the booth with me tonight. Two very special people, two legends of the CSBA before. I have Ted Stern once again, and then some new guy. Ted, you know who this dude is?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know, man.
It's about a Florida coach or something.
Y'all don't play crazy. Y'all know who.
We've got David Ware, the Florida coach here. Thank you for joining us last minute as well. Thank you for having us. Ware, I mean, I know Ted's initial thoughts. What are you excited to see here, Tennessee and Michigan here?
Well, I love what Tennessee has. They're a young team, a new coach, and I'm ready for Tennessee to get their first big win and get momentum rolling.
Absolutely. And what about yourself there, Ted?
I mean, like David Ware said, Tennessee, young team, but it's going to be tough. Michigan, very experienced team here, so, it's going to be a close one, I think.
Absolutely. As we see Davidson with the rock, the leading player returning from last year's team. Macy Pretchel of Michigan getting involved to Jacques Alidio, passing to Johnson, who gets it. Steal by Tennessee. McGee's going all the way with the layup. Nice move there. I really think Tennessee does have the tools to get a victory here, like Ware was saying, but it has to kind of all come together for them.
Yeah, and they're going to have some second chance points, and they're going to have some good team ball. That's the only way it's going to happen.
Absolutely. They're going to have to stop that man, Macy Pretchel. Again, new players. I know Ware is your first year in the CSBA. Michigan was the team who took Kansas to the edge here at the national title last game. So let's not forget that, guys.
Yeah. Absolutely, and I mean, Michigan, Big Ten's always rough. I don't think they're going to quite run through it like they did last season, so, they're going to need some big wins here against, a team like Tennessee.
Yes, Color Blast Nighthawk. I love the yellow and the orange. As you see both of these, nice shot. Again, Tennessee taking the early lead here. Michigan is a slow team. Shane Page really hasn't gotten it going quite yet. As it's interesting enough, Rocky Davidson is not guarding him. As you see the pass alley DL and a missed shot there. Nice rebound by Craig.
Yeah, it's nice to see Tennessee get out to an early start. It's all about momentum. If they wait too long to get going, they'll get too far behind.
Agreed, and I really saw that in their Purdue game.
Oh,
David. As you see the nice move there, good lord, because they played great in the second half. They were down so much so early.
yeah. I mean, I was on the call that game with Nighthawk. We were expecting a much closer game, but Tennessee, like you said, fought back, and I think they're hungry for the first win, especially against a great Michigan team.
Yeah, absolutely. You see McGee get the ball here. That's Rocky Davidson that's on. Hawkins playing great defense, getting the block, maybe a little contact there as Tennessee's pushing it. Craig getting stopped by Aladio, who's going to McGee. Tennessee might be running here a little bit.
Absolutely. And what kind of win would this be for Tennessee on the road
Man.
against Michigan?
Man,
Ted, I would love your insight on that.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think we all know what it would mean, playing, a team that made the championship, playing them, they'll just prove how good the Big 12 really is. And, man, that would be huge for Tennessee.
Absolutely. As we see Shane Page in his bag there. Turnaround bucket there. No good. Nice shot there. Tennessee up 8-2. CSBA. Tennessee, again, it's still early, but they are playing great right now. Rocket Davidson.
Oh, my gosh.
10-2 Michigan. Shout out to Craig. He's done a great job recruiting and turning around this roster. As we go into a TV timeout here, what are you guys seeing, both of you? David, I'll give you Tennessee, and then Ted, I'll give you Michigan. What would you like to see them do here?
Tennessee's making good shots. They're not forcing the ball. They're executing. They're passing the ball around. They're waiting for the shot that works, and they're executing when they get that shot.
Absolutely. And what about yourself there, Ted?
Michigan, I know they got the talent, they got the stars in that team that got them to the title last season, but they're being a little bit too stagnant here. They gotta start attacking here. They can't let Tennessee, just go up and down the court on them like that. They need some points here.
And we've got Wired, Nighthawk, Spongy the Champ, Big Dog in here rooting for Tennessee. It's easy in the CSBA to root for an underdog, but also Shane Page is, Ted, correct me wrong, I think he's been in season 1, has he not?
Oh yeah, love Shane Page. Great guy for the league. He was, first season coaching last season and made the championship. Just shows you, what kind of coach he is. But yeah, he's a great coach. And Craig, he's got his hands full tonight.
Absolutely. As we see the rotation of players, I don't know if they're coming in real quick. That is a fake news stat. Ignore that for me. Looks like both of the starters are in right now for both teams.
One thing Tennessee's got to do is they got the early lead, though, but what I've learned in my very short time here in the CSBA is no lead is safe. And so they've got to continue to play, even though they've got the heads up right now, that they've got to keep their foot on the gas.
Absolutely, especially with a team like Michigan, who's got so many returning players. I think their entire starting lineup, they lost somebody. I don't remember the name off the top of my head.
They lost Thrickston and Wooldridge, so they lost some decent guys, but still a great team out there, man.
Yeah, the core of their team is returning. We see Rocky Davidson not taking the pick, deciding to take the tough shot. As we see Mason Petra grabbing the rebound, Aladio going to the no-look pass to McGee. Oh my goodness, that would have been great.
Yeah, they needed that shot right there. That would have gave them some momentum to move forward.
Sure would have. That was looking good. That was a Fab 5 Michigan move there if I ever saw it.
For sure, man. They're flashy.
You see Rocky Davidson again. He has the bulk of the playmaking responsibilities. As you see a nice shot and a beautiful play. Rocky played great last season. He had Royal Hawkins, who's now at UConn. He's had great players around him, and I really do think he's going to be a leader for this team.
Michigan's going to have to put a hand in his face and keep some pressure on him. If they leave him open like that, he is going to make them shots all night long.
Absolutely. You see the post move by Pretzel. Good defense there by Slayer. I do think Pretzel has the initial advantage over Slayer, but great defense nonetheless.
Yeah, Slayer's one of the better, defensive centers in this league. That's his job, getting boards and, getting blocks. You need role players like that on your team that can do just that.
So you see Davidson taking another screen. Go ahead, David.
Well, Davidson, at the beginning of this drive right here, he was down in the post, and he didn't force it. He pushed the ball out like he needed to do, and that's what Tennessee needs to keep that up, because it would have been easy for him to force that. It would not have worked out good. They still wound up getting a good shot. They missed, but they had a cleaner shot at least, and the Tennessee needs to keep that up.
Yeah, and one thing for Tennessee, if you don't mind me pinching in, You do not want to see the man who just scored for Michigan get going. Shane Page gets hot real fast, and we saw him get that block as well. He's a multifaceted defender. Quick 12-6 leader for Tennessee. CSB, we will be right back with you. Again, three-man booth. I am honored to have Ted and David Ware. We will be right back with you momentarily. As we return from that quick TV timeout, again, I'm loving the orange out. I guess, would it be a color out type of jersey choice tonight, guys? What do we think?
Color rush, maybe? I don't know.
Color rush? Okay. I know they do those color runs where they get like paint thrown on them and stuff like that, but I mean,
Oh yeah.
something like that,
Yeah, I hope there's not paint here, but
I mean, it's Michigan. I mean, you can never tell. I mean, Shane Page is a wild guy. I remember him offering to go streaking last season if we get a number. And it never happened, but I appreciate you for offering that. As you see, the nice move by Michigan. Tennessee's bench, I do think it's going to be an X factor here, David and Ted. They have got to play well.
Absolutely. They have a very young team, and coming off the bench, they're going to have to make some plays. With Michigan's experience, that bench will absolutely be vital in keeping the game close while the starters aren't in.
Absolutely. You see the Don up top getting the rip, getting raped by Jay
Oh,
Kleza.
look at that defense.
Yeah, I mean, Kleza was a starter last season where we can see why. I see Abin DeWall with the rebound, passing it to Banks, passing it to the Don, and a foul there by Kleza. And one.
oh
Nice
man.
play.
Yeah, and I mean, just when we thought Tennessee was on a 10-2 run, Michigan comes roaring back. Just like we all anyone could see it coming with Michigan. Great players. So Tennessee, they got to keep fighting.
Absolutely. And David, a nice move there by Kleza as we're looking at his steal here. I mean, we were just talking about their bench having to play well, and Kleza got the nice pull up there.
Yeah, he needed to make that shot. If he could maybe push that down for a pass. But nonetheless, this is a game of momentum and streaks. Right now, Michigan's got the momentum in the streak. Tennessee has got to find a way to get a stop or two in a row, and they got to score to get the momentum back. You cannot let Michigan run this table right now.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more there, David. I mean, for Tennessee, I'm looking at their roster real quick. They are full. I mean, Craig, again, I know you've been dealing with some stuff up in your home state. We appreciate you getting your game plan in, but I mean, you've got a full roster. Shout out to you, man. Just pull this bench together. You can really do well. I mean, you're up against Michigan right now.
Yeah, when recruiting started, he started after recruiting, and I know that was frustrating. A lot of guys had already been talking to teams, and he came in and he didn't stop, and he got himself some ballers, and now it's just a matter of getting to know each other and figuring out how to mesh the team together.
Absolutely. You see hands with the shot there. Michigan, tough shot. Good defense by Tennessee. Kleza is pushing it up once again, passing it to Craig. Oh, good defense. Rebound by Bruno, passing it back to Craig. Blocked by the Michigan defender. Blocked yet again by the Michigan defender. And Bruno gets the offensive rebound. What just happened?
Well, Tennessee must have heard that. Yeah, they got to have those second chance points, and they didn't give up. That was great defense by Michigan, but even better by Tennessee to execute and get the extra chance points.
Yeah, they listen to David Ware over there.
David, as I'm sure you know, there's a commentator curse. Normally it's associated with Wired, of course. Shout out to Wired. We appreciate you. But you seem to be helping Tennessee out here. Can you touch a little bit on that for us?
Well, I don't know that I believe in the curse unless I've been on the court or the game and I've seen it happen. But hey, I just want to see both teams. We always want to see a good game. Watching blowouts is no fun, and to watch a young team like Tennessee to be competing. Our preseason game, Florida's preseason game was ugly. It wasn't fun to watch, but to see Tennessee playing against a top tier team, you just want to see them continue to execute, and you want to see at the end of the game for them to be in position to win, and that's what it's about.
Absolutely.
Wired says commentator curse my ass, but nah.
Wyatt, we love you, brother, man. We appreciate you. I'm excited to watch that late game. And actually, another new streamer tonight, guys. Ware was able to join us. I didn't expect this, as you see Bruto get the foul for Tennessee. Another great addition to the team, Ted. We got Juan coming in and streaming for us. I believe B Mills is coloring with him. So we've got so much versatility. I mean, I know last year Ted had come up me saying, you and me were the color guys, and Jeff almost all year long. So I mean, it's nice, you know. I mean, I stepped up to do play-by-play, but it's got to be nice to have so much people, you know.
Yeah, I dropped out a little bit there to the end too. I mean, props to you for being such an Iron Man last season, and Jeff, as well, great broadcaster. But man, I'm excited for this season. If we get Ware here going too, I mean, season 3 is gonna be awesome, man.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Ware. He was just getting praise here for the new guy in the booth. One of my favorite things here about the CSBA is we return. It's just love back and forth between both of them, So Ware, we appreciate you as we see the Michigan defender, Michigan center at the line. Excuse me. Just so much defense. I'm just excited,
Well, I appreciate you guys letting me join the booth with you tonight and have a little bit of fun.
Absolutely. Nickel bringing the ball up for Tennessee. Again, it's a close game. It's a 3-point lead for Tennessee. Craig getting the ball here. Little post action ripped by the Michigan defender, and it goes out of bounds. That was close. 12 seconds left here. Let's see what Tennessee can draw up.
Yeah, I would like to have seen Craig get down in the post and try to really force some fouls and let Tennessee get to the line. Michigan's got to the line several times. Tennessee has got to put Michigan in the foul trouble. At the end of the game, that is always crucial.
It is, and we saw it in our last game. Ted, 20 free throws for the winning team.
Yeah.
So a great point there, Ted. We see Banks from Michigan bring the ball up. 8-second difference in the shot clock. Missed the man in the corner. Does get it to him. Johnson to Morgan Freeman at the top. Passing it to Abdouale. I apologize if I butchered that. Morgan Freeman looks like he's calling for post up. He is. 6 seconds on the shot clock here. Like you said, David Ware going into the paint. He's doing what you were saying and drawing the foul.
Ooh.
I mean, great analysis, and I'm loving what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how many foul shots Michigan has at this point, but it is considerably more than Tennessee, and it will be the difference maker as this game comes down to the end.
Absolutely. 11 seconds here. Morgan Freeman right back at the line. I feel like he was just here, but not under 30 seconds ago.
Gotta love the name, right? Morgan Freeman.
Absolutely.
Man, he's making some plays here.
Yeah, I mean, we would like to see him hit these free throws. I mean, we mentioned UNC with 20 free throws in our last game, Ted, but they shot 95%.
That's insane, man. Especially, we saw centers going to the line, consistently too. I mean, that's the difference here. If these big guys are here, Freeman, if he can make these shots, it's big for Michigan.
Okay, all right. Abdouale. All right, guys, remember that. Thank you, Wyatt. Abdouale. As you see, the nice shot by the Tennessee player, excuse me. Get back to the action here. Tennessee hitting a big basket like you were saying there, Ted. And David Ware, 17-11. We will take a quick break here and come right back to you, CSBA. 46 of you in the chat. We're seeing a great game from Tennessee. A little bit of a foul action there. But regardless, we are having a great game here. 17 to Tennessee, 11 for Michigan. Are back here, CSBA. I am Assured Fame, aka Zach. I am joined again with DW, David Ware, and my man Ted Stern. Guys, what are your initial impressions? I mean, I'm loving this matchup, man.
I love what Michigan's doing. They started out slow. Tennessee kind of caught them off guard, but Michigan has been extremely aggressive, as we were talking about. They're getting to the hole, they're getting contact, and they're making free throws. And that's what Michigan's going to need to do to continue to get back in this game.
Ted, how about yourself here through the first quarter?
I mean, just bringing the weekly pick'em, Michigan favored 78-5 is crazy, but
really?
Yeah, wow. But I mean, just put that in. I mean, Tennessee, young team like David Ware said. I mean, they're fighting, man. I think they're a lot better than that weekly pick'em shows, obviously, and they're proving it so far.
Absolutely. So you see Debo Johnson, who scored 7 points and had 5 assists last game, get the ball to hands here. who passes it back to Banks. Had a quiet game. Abdi Wali with the pass to Banks here. Banks passing it back to him. Does he have the shot? Mid-range bucket. A beautiful play there by Michigan. A nice little 1-4 action.
And it was some good passing, definitely waiting for that shot, not pushing it, and executing.
Absolutely, it sure is. As we see Leak McGee, again another focal point. Him and Rocky just led this Tennessee team last season. Nice block there by the Michigan defender. Moore passing it back to McGee. Looks like they're going for the pick and pop. A deep 3-ball, and no good. Nice rebound by Morgan Freeman. It's those rolling passes that are always so dangerous, or the rolling shots rather.
Absolutely. Oh, man.
As we see Devo Johnson, again, Michigan is a sleeping beast. I've said it since I came into the CSBA, and I'll say it yet again. You got to watch out for him. Let's see what Tennessee can do. McGee with the shot, and a great response there, David.
Absolutely. They've missed the first couple shots of the second quarter, but they just got to let it go and come out and make a few shots and keep pushing that pressure on Michigan.
Absolutely. It's a Tennessee 19 to Michigan 15 lead here. We're going to go right through this one. I'm really excited to see how this game goes through. Both really great coaches who really know their stuff, and they've really been working. Let's see how Michigan can keep breaking down. Can Tennessee extend this lead? Can Michigan take it? Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I want to see what Tennessee, are they going to go back to Davidson here? He had a huge first quarter, or are they going to get some of these other guys involved, right? Like Craig, I know, is out there. McGee, had a good game last game, so we'll see what they do.
Shane Page, Mr. Reliable, with an amazing shot there, reading the pick perfectly. His man went to the other side, and he just blitzed the other side. Nice shot.
Yeah, and Tennessee's got to come back and score here. They've got to stop Michigan, because right now Michigan is on a roll. The momentum is in their favor, and they've got to get something back right here. They do not need to let Shane get this team going.
Absolutely. I mean, as Shane passes it to Pretzel, and I don't like the move. I would like him to bully ball it, but again, a good take there on the smaller defender. We have a tie ball game here in Michigan.
Yeah, and some of these Michigan players, you could even call them snubs from All-Americans. I mean, Shane Page and Macy Pretzel, two of the better players in the league, and just maybe don't get the recognition, they deserve.
As we see Shane Page get the steal and get the assist there. Nice move by Michigan, and now they're taking the lead, I think, for the first time all game.
I think since the very beginning, yeah. Now, though, it is very important for Tennessee. Whether they call a timeout and stop this momentum, but they've got to get down in the post. They can't keep staying up top and missing these shots.
Absolutely. You see Ali Dio locking up there on the defensive side. He's pushing in here. Ali Dio is a very versatile power forward they have. McGee is getting the rock here, passing it to Devo Johnson, who's about to go up and passes it to Pretzel, who gets the tip. McGee with the steal there, going all the way. Again, stopped by Shane Page. Pass to Knox. Alley-oop. Nice move, Tennessee.
They needed that. That will help boost their confidence moving forward for sure. Tell you what I love about Michigan, though. Tennessee on several occasions has pushed the ball down, and Michigan's defense has stopped a fast break each and every time.
Absolutely. As we see the Mason Pretzel putback. Ted, you and I can talk about this just being here last season. Michigan's a top 5 defensive team when they are dialed in, and I am not afraid to say that. As we see Tennessee hit a tough basket. Shane Page, I would say top 5 defender in the league, just to be completely honest.
Oh, yeah. No question. He's probably, there's some new guys this season, but last season he might. Oh, man, what a shot.
Excuse me, Lord
That's what I was saying.
Shane. There ain't no need for that, man.
But I think Page had to be my number one, I think last season. Now we got some new guys, in for it, and we saw guys last game, but Page is, can defend anyone.
Absolutely. As we see Tennessee bring the ball up, Rip there on McNichol, but passing it. Ripped again. Looks like McGee's locking him down. They're running a little action play, going right to Davidson. I like this move. Page against Davidson. Really great matchup. Catches him. Going for a nice post move there. Little Hakeem move. Shane Page got lost there.
That's exactly what Tennessee needs to do, though. They need to open the court up a little bit more and try to get some contact in there.
Absolutely. We see McGee from Michigan getting the ball here. Leak McGee again. Tennessee's making work. Lee McGee with the step back, no shot. Pass it to Shane Page. You cannot leave this man open. You're playing with fire. It did not go in, but you have got to be careful with that.
Yeah, you can't just leave him open like that.
Again, Michigan's defense is locking down Jake Ali-Dio with the block. Macy Petchel, the center, bringing it up. It's quite dangerous when you see a big man like him bringing it down. Debo Johnson pushing it around, McGee open on the three, doesn't take it here. Little alley-oop pass, little tip by Ali-Dio, and Michigan ties it right back up.
Yeah,
well, what I love is no matter, the momentum is going great, back and forth, and each team is coming right back. No one's laying down. Everyone's fighting to the end. This is going to be a wild finish, you guys.
It really is. I'm excited for Tennessee. What really made me excited here, man, is Weasel, the old coach for Tennessee last year. I'm pretty sure he's in Australia or some other
Oh, yeah.
And he's in here supporting his team. I mean, you got to love the CSBA, man. As we see Debo Johnson with the pull-up shot. Weasel, we appreciate you. Mason Crutchell with the offensive rebound. I think that's what it's all about. I mean, he may not be coaching anymore, but he's here supporting his guys. And that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Rocky Davidson, one of the more international players we have here. We got quite a few, I know. I mean, we got obviously Jacob McKnight, Julius LaFleur from Canada. I mean, so many. But Rocky Davidson definitely up there.
Absolutely, and I've got GCF from. He's gonna watch this and get mad at me. It's somewhere in the UK. I want to say New Zealand. That's it. He's in New Zealand. So not only is CSBA just in the United States, we are worldwide. We'll take a quick timeout here. CSBA 27-27. I'm going to go ahead and guzzle another energy drink to get through this game because Lord knows I'm going to need it. We will be right back with you. CSBA, we are back 27-27. I really think both of these teams are having stellar defensive games. Both of these teams are built to play great defense, and we're seeing that right now. We see Slayer pass to Kleza. Beautiful play there designed by Tennessee.
That's the way you want to come out of a break. You want to have a good play. You want to execute and get that momentum back. You could not have asked for a better play for Tennessee.
Absolutely. That's a coach's dream right there when you get a wide open guy down low. Beautiful play, beautiful cut. Morgan Freeman with the hook shot. Wow, okay. We're seeing everything tonight.
Yeah, Michigan's been working on some moves for sure, and man, wow, what a shot by Freeman.
Absolutely. You don't see that all that often. Excuse me if I say this wrong. Ambidextrous player. Nice layup, as they work on that with Craig. Again, beautiful play. 112 here. Tennessee gets the response. It's 31-29 over Michigan. Where, like you said, Tennessee's playing great, but Michigan's fighting back as well.
Yeah, and both of them are coming, shot for shot right now, defense for defense. And so, this could be a final shot ball game right here.
Certainly could. That's what the CSBA is all about. Games this week have been really great as we see the Michigan offensive player, Carlos Dadon, get a foul there on the Tennessee defender. We've got 49 seconds here left, 2 or 3 possessions left, but I'll cut this a little early. What have you guys both like? Where I gave you Tennessee earlier, I'll give you Michigan this time, and then Ted, we'll give you Tennessee here.
Again, with Michigan, it's their defense, it's their veteran presence to keep fighting. Tennessee's had several opportunities to get some fast breaks and maybe run away with this game. But this Michigan's defense is staying on top of it and forcing Tennessee to make some plays. So you got to love their effort and their defense.
Absolutely. We see Tennessee bring it up. Ted, I'll bring you back in here in a minute. We got Slayer here, who's played a really great game against Morgan Freeman, really keeping up with him, passing it out to Craig. He's had a few clutch baskets here. It looks like he's going to Jay Kleiza with the block by Morgan Freeman. Slayer with the offensive rebound. Slayer with the other offensive rebound. 14 seconds difference in the shot clock here. Slayer's bringing it back. A good defense by Banks there for Michigan. They're just making it work. 4 seconds left. Glazer with the tough shot. And a rebound by Morgan Freeman. 14 seconds left there. They can hold for 2, or they can go right back at it. They do. Dadon pushing the shot there. No good. Tennessee getting the ball back with 7 seconds. McNichol passes it to Glazer. It's a 2-on-1. He pulls up for fast break, and he hits it.
Oh, what a shot.
What?
Man.
Tennessee needed that.
Wow. Good if it goes to Michigan, but what a play there by Tennessee, extending the lead to 5. CSBA, we've got Tennessee 34 to Michigan 29. We will take a quick break. We'll get a little analysis. We'll get right back into the second half action. And as we look at the halftime report here, 50% shooting for Michigan. They're actually shooting better, but they're losing to Tennessee by 5 here. David and Ted, I mean, this has been a back and forth game. I'm really not all that surprised because Michigan takes smart shots. It's what they're known for. But I mean, wow, we're having a great Thursday night game. We're not even in prime time. What's happening right now?
Yeah, you sound like wired there with that prime time, but Tennessee's playing super well here. You know, they're playing scrappy, and they've been blocked, 7 times we saw right there, and, you know, going against, you know, almost champions from last season. You know, they're not scared at all. They just keep fighting hard, and it's keeping them ahead of Michigan in this game.
Absolutely, and then David, I mean, I asked you earlier towards the end of the second quarter there. I mean, for your first game in the booth, I mean, you gotta be excited. I'm excited you're here. I'm excited for a great game from Tennessee. You know, Michigan is a team that can't let out. I mean, this is a fabulous CSBA basketball here.
It is, and as we get started with the second half, Freeman is on a roll, and there we go, Freeman right there.
David, we talked about this. You better cut it out now.
Tennessee has got to stop Morgan Freeman. I mean, there's no questions asked. He's making everything he puts up right now. He's been to the line a bunch. If Tennessee wants to hold on to this lead, Freeman is a dangerous guy for Michigan right now.
Absolutely, and I agree. As we saw him with the pull-up shot, Slayer to Davidson, tough shot there. Good defense by Leak McGee. Debo Johnson's pushing. Maybe Michigan get a little more luck with the offensive transition, but no, Tennessee again. You both have mentioned it. Great transition defense there. Like, I thought Debo was one of the faster point guards, and he just got stopped there, Ted.
Yeah, for sure, great transition defense, but I just gotta love every time Davidson puts up that 3. That form is so great.
It's silky smooth for sure. As we see Barrett bringing it up for Tennessee. Stopped by McGee again. You've got to run a lot of action. You could not ISO this team all that often. As we see Davidson with the smaller defender. Davidson, like you said, silky smooth with the post move. There we go.
Yeah, that was a good play. That's what they needed. That, you know, they come right back, they score. They got to keep points on the board. They can't keep their foot off the gas at any point. If they do, Michigan will really start just running away with it.
It sure did. Where McGee had him for a minute, you see Megan Morgan with the offensive rebound. I mean, that's just how aggressive. I mean, Rocky went for the block there. He missed it. But I mean, that's just speaking on how aggressive both of these teams are.
Looks like we've seen curse him.
Yeah, we've seen a bunch of offensive rebounds tonight from both sides, and you know, you got to love seeing that. That's effort, that's hustle, and I mean, that's how you win.
Let's see Rocky Davidson again, Ted. A nice shot there up top. Morgan Freeman with the rebound, passing it to Johnson. Excuse me, who's got the Tennessee defender holding him down. Michigan's not running a whole lot of actions here. Let's take a 5-4 action move. Ali Diaz open. Takes it, but no good. Slayer with the pushing, with the penetration there. Nice move. Craig to McGee. McGee bringing it back. He's got Shane Page on him. Not the best move to go right at him. He decides against it. I like the move there. Barrett to Rocky Davidson again. Rocky is shooting the ball this quarter. Wow.
Yeah,
man, he's gonna make those eventually.
Yeah, he's got to make those. If they keep missing and going down the court without scoring, Michigan will have the lead in no time, and it's going to be difficult to come back.
Absolutely, yes. Again, we see an insane block there by Tennessee. 36-33 again. We're seeing a lot of two-pointers, not a whole lot of threes. I think we just saw one for Ali Dio, but we're not going to see a whole lot of three-pointers. I don't think these teams are built like that.
I don't think
Wow.
that's going to stop Davison from trying, though.
Evidently, I think we've seen 4 or 5 there. Good point, David. You see Macy Pretchell towards the middle of the paint there. Steal by Barrett. Tennessee, again, steal there. McGee's getting the uncontested layup. They're just making those tough plays, and it's just making it look easy on defense.
Yeah, and that was a rare fast break because, most of the time these defenses are stopping it. So it's nice to see a fast break.
Yes, it is. We don't see
Absolutely.
that all that often. I see Ali Dio make the tough shot there. Ted, Ali Dio was a clutch player for Michigan last season, and he's showing it.
Oh.
He's, I almost feel disrespectful when I say role player, Ted, just because it's
Yeah,
paid
but I
potential,
mean,
but he's not though, right?
that's what I was gonna say. I mean, everyone wants to be the star in this league, right? I mean, you've got so many here, but if you want to win a championship, we saw Michigan make it there. We saw Kansas win it. You need those guys that won't be the star, but those role players, right?
Absolutely. As we see Craig, looks like he's got Debo Johnson, decides to post up, fade away, no good. Mason Petro passes to Debo Johnson, Shane Page decides against it, takes a shot over 2 defenders, but again, McGee rather, no good. Barrett is pushing the ball here, 38 to 35, 3-point lead for Tennessee. Had a man open down low, but missed him. McGee taking the pick there. There's getting a switch, not much of a switch when it's Ali Dio, unfortunately. Such a great defender at the fort.
Yeah, and here it is. We are halfway through the third quarter with Tennessee and Michigan, and Tennessee up by 3. This is some great basketball. If you're not watching this game or live, you're missing it. So everyone needs to tag their locker rooms, share it. I mean, we got ourselves a ball game, and who knows, maybe upset alert.
Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah,
absolutely
it
for
is.
sure. I mean, Ted, you said how many picked Tennessee in the pick?
78 to 5. That might be the biggest, deficit right there. But Pretchell just bowling someone right there. But man, we've got a great game, like you said. I mean, David Ware, I agree with him. We all want a good game here, and we're getting it. I mean, Thursday, great games today.
Yep, there might be some mail-in ballots for Tennessee as this game is going on. We might want to recheck that.
Yeah. Let me switch my vote real quick.
Can we get this checked out? Maybe Nighthawk. What's going on here right now, right, gentlemen? Did somebody, forget their basketball shoes? I don't know what's going on here, David.
Man, I don't know, but I love it. It's great basketball. It's what we come to see, and proud to see both these teams just fighting and putting on a show for us tonight.
Absolutely, as we see Tennessee getting the ball here, 38 to 37. I don't think it's a slight to any of their offenses. I think they're both just playing great defense. I see Craig getting the ball up top, 10 seconds left. He does have that outside shot, doesn't always take it when he wants to. McNichol with taking the screen. He had Craig there for a second, no good. McNichol's going to be forcing a tough shot. He puts it up, no good. Good rebound there by Harry Hams.
Yeah, I would like to see Hams push the ball just a little bit more, maybe a little bit quicker. He kind of took his time coming down. He might have had a shot to get a fast break.
Absolutely. You see Harry Hams, just like you said, doesn't push it and misses a shot there, but a good move. Bruto passing to McNichol for Tennessee. And again, they're pushing the pace, and they're trying to get these mismatches right there. No good by Craig. Abdu-Wali with the nice defense there.
Yeah, we see so many offensive superstars in this league. We're used to these high-scoring games, but I'm sure David Ware's getting some flashbacks. Tight defensive game back from more of his day.
Yeah. I mean, Michigan again, like you said, sleeping giant. It's a 1-point lead for them now. Rocky Davison has been in the game, and he struggled to start the quarter. So Tennessee's kind of out of whack. Maybe they go Jay Clays in here.
Maybe, man.
Yeah, I'd like to see them get down with Craig a little bit more, get in the post. They've got down, but they still haven't really drawn the fouls. Even right there, no foul. They need to get to the foul line.
Yeah, I really like what David Ware says. I mean, these outside shots aren't falling for either team. You just got to attack, and hope you can get some fouls called, but you got to get in the post, and Craig's a great guy to do it.
Absolutely, so he plays a good defense there by Moore. The foul there. Supposed to be in a clear path, but they decide against it. Nice defense there by Tennessee, forcing the turnover, and Hands sends him to the line.
Hands putting his hands on him.
Yeah.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah. So Tennessee made it to the foul line, and this is the first time at the foul line, ain't it?
This is, I believe
Yeah,
so.
that's
Yes,
crazy.
Martin, this is a Jeff Mel foul if we've ever seen it. Yes.
Yes, that was.
Go ahead though, David. What were you saying?
It's just the first time that Tennessee's been to the line that I can recall in this game. So they need to keep pushing it. They need to get in the penalty and create some more points for them.
Absolutely, and not only getting to the line, they've got to hit it. I mean, he just missed both of those.
Oh,
Like the
man.
aggressiveness, free throws are free shots, but they can't keep Michigan open. Those shots are eventually going to fall. We see Glazer getting the defensive rebound. He's pushing the pace here. Gets bodied by Devo Johnson. He's a little bit bigger. Glazer decides against it. McNichol gets the screen from Slayer. The defender jumps the screen, making it essentially useless. Nickel passing out to Glazer. It's 7 seconds. He's open. He shoots it. No good. Good rebound there by Macy Petchel. Again, another great defensive possession by both teams.
Absolutely, and they just continue to just push each other to the next level.
Absolutely. We see, like you said, David and Ted, foul there from Michigan. They're going to the line. You've got to be really careful. I mean, for Tennessee, you got a minute left to your rotational players in. You don't want to have their rotational players if Michigan lets you, stay in it, because then Shane Page comes in, then Macy Petro comes in, and the likes like that.
Yeah, and third right there from Bruto. We're college rules here, so I mean, 5 and you're out. I know he's just a rotational player, like you said, but I mean, hey, he's had a really good defensive game here especially against these big men of Michigan. So they don't want to lose him at all.
Absolutely, and again, another missed free throw. That might be the story of the night here. It's still a 1-point game as we see some subs coming in, more for Tennessee, and I believe Miles as well.
We saw it in the last game with UNC and Marquette. UNC was getting to the line, and they were able to help ice the game and close it out.
Yeah.
And we've seen a few games like that this week, and those free throws are critical. You got to make them.
Oh,
no. I thought he was going to drive it. He needed to push that one. That would have been a highlight reel right there.
Yeah, you were talking about it early in the first half, David. You would like to see not take those pull-up shots, but get the layup or get the dunk if you can, and that would be the reason why.
Oh, big mistake right there. Can't do that.
Absolutely. As we see, again, 45 seconds here. Another sub for Tennessee. Miles is coming out, getting a break. Let's see what Tennessee can draw up here. It's a 1-point game, 38-39. This might be one of the slowest scoring games, defensive-oriented, I've ever seen, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's fun to watch, and it's each and every shot that's being thrown up right now is very pivotal in this game. It ain't like they're just throwing a ton of them up right now with the way this defense is going. You have to make as many shots as possible because the defense is too tough.
Absolutely, as Glazer unfortunately can't make it there. Still 1 point. Good defense by, I think that was Slayer there for Tennessee. Rocky is in the game. I wonder if they go to him for this last 10 seconds. They decide against it. McNichol liking what he's seeing. Pumps it. Now they do go to Davidson outside.
Oh, behind the back.
Post move. Nice play like Ted said there. 5. Passing to McNichol. Great pass by Rocky. Davidson and a nice shot. Buzzer beating 3 there.
Tennessee up by 2 going into the 4th thanks to that 3-point shot.
Absolutely. As my man David Ware was segmenting for us. Great segue for us. It is a great game we have here in the 3rd. We're about to get into the 4th. CSBA, we appreciate all of you. We will be right back with you. CSBA, we are back. David Ware, do we have a bone to pick with State Farm for their assist of the game? Let's see what they give us here, Ted. Okay. I'm not bad with it. Ted, your thoughts, and then Ware, we'll get yours as well here.
No, our sponsors seem to be doing pretty well today. 2 good dunks. I like it.
Absolutely. And Ware, are you okay with that? Have you seen something better? I mean, I've seen worse, but I'm okay with this one.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty high. I mean, it's a pretty good shot, no question. Here we go. Oh, yes, that is exactly what Tennessee needs to do. They need to keep pushing the ball just like that and get a few and-ones, and they got a chance to upset Michigan here on a Thursday night.
Speaking of a good shot, like you said, and a good defense there by Slayer. He blocked it so hard he fell. If I'm Morgan Freeman, I'm letting that man hit the floor. God bless you for helping to get back up, but if you block my shot, I am not helping you up. But props to him for being a better man than I am.
Yeah, I mean, love to see the sportsmanship in the CSBA, though, right? I mean, what this league's all about. A bunch of great people.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Go ahead, David.
We start the fourth quarter. Tennessee's got the lead, and they come out, they drive, they get some points, and then on defense, they follow it right back up. Tennessee knows what they need to do to win. Are they going to be able to execute, or is the veteran leadership of Michigan going to come back?
Absolutely. Great points there, David. Again, we're loving you being in the booth. We appreciate it here. Tennessee is up 43-39. It's a really close game here. It's a 4-point lead. Let's see what Michigan can do here. A tough shot. Not exactly what you want, but he gets it.
That was a great shot.
I can't say his name either, but huge shot, huge fadeaway.
Absolutely, as we see everything coming together. Wide open, Rocky Davidson with the silky smooth shot, David.
There's that form.
And Ted, I'm starting to be a fan of that form. I mean, Michigan, I want to make it clear, we can't have favorites here, but I mean, just admiring the shot. We see Shane Page working, floater, and he counts it. Shane Page always likes to remind me whenever I compliment the player he's guarding that he can score as well.
Yeah, and answering back, shot for shot, just like they've done all game. Tennessee starts to make a couple nice plays, and there comes Michigan with some points right back to keep themselves close.
Yeah, man, biggest lead changes had to be like maybe 4 at most, maybe 5. But
yeah.
Geez, this has been an exciting game.
I think Tennessee was up 5 at one point here, but it's been going back and forth ever since.
Yeah, majority of the game, it's been a 2 or 3 point game, and that's as good as it gets right there.
Getting his own offensive rebound, getting the and one basket. Wow. Shane Page is a dog. He's beating his chest. Remind everybody, I may not be loud in league chat, but I am loud with my play, and I am here when I need to be.
My question is... Sorry, go ahead, Todd. I just wondered...
All right, stop. Everybody stop. You go first, okay?
I was just wondering how many steps Shane was going to take on that one. It kind of looked like he might have taken a few extra steps on that one.
Well, Shane Page is notorious for, paying the refs, so I've become accustomed to it, but great point, David. A great point for sure. But, Ted, if you have something to say, go ahead.
Sorry, y'all. I mean, first man, 3-man booth here. I mean, loving it, but working it out a little bit. But we've seen Michigan, we've seen Shane Page, in these tight games over March Madness, and they usually seem, they find their way. They're clutch. They're experienced. I mean, we saw them take down UCLA. I can't quite remember who they took down in the Elite Eight, but they're battle tested, man. And more often than not, they're going to come away with it. So Tennessee, they got a tough task here to finish the game.
Absolutely. Again, Shane Page at the line, tying this game up if he hits it. Again, I'm loving what I'm seeing from both teams. I really think it's going to come down, in my honest opinion, can Rocky Davidson stay in the game long enough? I mean, it's 5 minutes. Is he going to stay the whole time? And if so, he's going to be gassed. So let's see what Tennessee can
do. Yeah, and Tennessee has to be able to take a game like this, and no matter what, this is a game of confidence boosting for that entire locker room. When Craig did all that recruiting, he's pitching them on, hey, let's come out and do something big. Well, this is a game that shows why he recruited them and what they're capable of doing. So they've got to be happy with this game no matter what happens.
Absolutely. And as you were speaking on Craig, his player made the nice post move. Post moves are not easy to make here in the CSBA. I see very few players make them. So shout out to him.
Yeah.
As we see Tennessee with a 2-point lead here. These teams are not giving up at all, Ted.
Yeah, I was going to say, right against Shane Page, too. So, I mean, freshman, taking it to him.
Block there again, playing great defense. Johnson getting guarded there, passing to Shane McGee, who doesn't have Davidson on him, oddly enough. McGee is guarded by Davidson. Shane Page pushing it here. He's bully balling him off. Step back shot, no good. Decides not to shoot it. Passes to Morgan Freeman. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Going to McGee. Turnaround basket. My goodness, Smith. Pull up 2-pointer. Wow.
Oh, they're gonna say his foot was on the line, but huge shot right there. Wow.
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
Yeah.
David,
What are we not going to see tonight?
I mean, well, we're not going to see over 80 points, David. Excuse me. You know you're my boy. As we see Tennessee hit the 3-pointer there, but I mean, just like that, I think that was your boy Rocky Davidson, Ted.
Yeah, that 4, man. They can hit from outside too. I mean, that range is. I mean, with that, you can't go wrong.
Again, it's a 51-50. These teams are joined at the hip. I mean, they're just playing great here. CSBA, we will be right back with you here momentarily. Welcome back, CSBA. We're going to go ahead and give some love to the people in chat. On behalf of David and Ted, we've got Toy, 877, Spiderweb, C-Web, CSBA Nighthawk, NCSL Football. I think that's Craig. Correct me if I'm wrong. Tony, we got Tony Velez, Russ the Busta, he has the point guard for Clemson. Shane Page, Weasel again. Who else we got here? We got Uncle Willie, Psycho Sid. I don't remember who you are. Tell me who you are in the chat, my man. Cash Packs, Wired.
That's Sidney Banks. Or no,
Banks, okay.
I can't remember his first name. That's Banks for Michigan State.
Yeah, NCSL is Craig, and then Sidney Banks is Psycho Sid. Thank you all for showing up. We've had a great game. Both of these that Ted and I have gotten to call. And again, it's three-man booth here for the second. I mean, it's not often. I think I've been a part of maybe 2 or 3 three-man booths. Ted, how about yourself?
Oh, I'm loving it, man. I'm so happy David was able to join us today. I mean, this is a lot of fun.
Absolutely, it sure was. As we see Tennessee getting the ball here, McGee is in the corner calling for the pick. He's open. Is he taking it? And is it not going? Oh my goodness, the Tennessee power forward was going for the slam there. Not going his way. Debo Johnson going against the center. He's not having it with the block, Ted. My goodness, these guys are defensive masterminds.
That's exactly what Tennessee needed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 4 minutes left. Here we go. I mean, putting it all on the line right there. Vicious block.
See, Tennessee hit it. I mean, they're doing what they need to. A reminder, that's Los Bruto. He's had a quiet game, but I mean, everybody really has had a quiet game here. I mean, Shane Page and Davidson have led their teams. As we see, again, Shane Page with the great pass out of Yale. The luxury of Shane Page, he doesn't have to score. He can rebound, he can assist, he can do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, and don't forget about Morgan Freeman for Michigan tonight. He's had a great game as well, helping keeping his team going.
Yeah, I like that you bring that up because, I mean, he's out right now. You got to wonder if they'll call him back in with the games he's had. You know, you want him in your finishing lineup right now.
Yeah, he's been rebounding. He's been scoring. He's been getting to the line. He's done everything that they've needed. And right now, that's exactly what they need to be able to keep this game going.
Absolutely. As I see 53, 52, 230 here. Shane Page has got to take over eventually. I love how unselfish they are, but eventually these top dogs have got to show why they're the top dogs. I see McGee passing it with the half euro pass it to Macy Petro. Nice move for sure.
Yeah, that's a statement dunk right there. Michigan, this is our game, and Michigan trying to force their will right now.
Absolutely. Again, Macy Petrel, he has plenty of those types of dunks here. 2:21 left here. Ted, I'm going to throw this right back at you. If you're Tennessee, how do you overcome this 1-point lead? And David, when he's done, how do you think Michigan closes this out?
I mean, Rocky Davidson's looked really hot. I know they've been missing threes most of the game, but get it in Rocky Davidson, let him make a play, you know. I mean, Craig, you know, he's been bowling some people down below too, so if you get him with a matchup you like, that's another great way, you know, get to the line. They haven't done it much, but I mean, I'm sure they could hit him this late in the game. That'd be huge.
We'll see what happens here. 26 seconds left here. Is it Michigan 54 to Tennessee 53? Player of the game, Macy Petrel. I'm really not mad at this, Ted. 12 points and close to 10 rebounds, I'd imagine. We don't see that exact stat, unfortunately. But I'm really, it could go to a numerous players on both sides.
Petrel's 6 of 7 shooting, so he is making the most of every shot he gets, and that kind of just goes along with the defensive game that we're having. But look at that 3-point shot.
Absolutely. I think that was a long two. The college line is a little bit shorter, but I mean, a great play, finding Rocky Davidson and Ted's favorite player with the silky smooth shot, gets it.
Yes, sir.
Great defense by Lake McGee. Tennessee is turning up when they need to. Rocky Davidson's in the game. He's got the small defender on him. Passing it to Craig, who goes up and slams it down. It's a 3-point lead for Tennessee. They have got to close out on defense if they want to win here.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's close already, but Michigan's right where they want to be. You know, they thrive in these situations. I'm curious to see who they're going to go to.
Yeah, but you got to love the confidence of Tennessee to be able to come right back late in the game against Michigan and to be able to throw a dunk down like that. You got to love it.
Absolutely. And Shane Page, 128 left here, CSBA. We got a 57-57 game. You just reminding the home fans, you know, calm down. I'm that dude. You know, Rocky's at my house. Let's see, but he's not guarding him, so we got to keep that in mind. Rocky is not being guarded by Shane. He is Shane Page. He is by guard McGee. Passing out, McGee getting the rebound. See what Michigan can do here. 57-57, 111 left. going to the outside. I thought he had Pretzel there. Decides not to go on Debo. Debo is going to Pretzel. No good. Pretzel with the offensive rebound. No good. Great team defense there, David Ware. What did you? Wow.
Yeah, and we talked about second chance points. Michigan really needed that there. Both teams missed a shot that they needed, but because it's that defense is just incredible right now.
Absolutely. Rocky's calling for the double screen here against Shane Page. Patterson it to Barrett. He's wide open. Indy hits it. It is 60-57. What a play. Double screen up top. Wide open man. I think Debo Johnson got caught slipping there. And shout out to Wired. That is a bang if I've ever seen one, Ted Stern.
Man, what a shot. Disrespect on Michigan right now in their home court. I mean, man, what a shot, though. Jeez, Tennessee wants this game bad, and they're fighting for it here. I mean, here we go, 43 seconds. What a game.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Zach.
David, go ahead.
Zach, you said earlier, this is not a three-point game, but, here in the fourth quarter, three-pointers are falling, and they are critical. Both teams have hit a few. With this is going to be a final shot. There's no question about this. We might even have overtime.
Yeah, I mean, as Nighthawk is saying in chat, Shane Page is going to have to respond. I think he does have great players here. 16 seconds left. I mean, David and Ted, it has to be Shane Page here from Michigan from here on out, doesn't it?
It's got to be him or Freeman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. Down 3, it's a little tough, I mean, you don't have to go for 3 yet, so, I mean, Freeman could definitely be an option, or even Pretzel, but any points.
Yeah, Freeman has converted several and one, so I wouldn't be mad to see him get the ball, but, I don't even see Freeman on the court right now, so apparently he won't be an option.
Shane Page with the contested 2, no good.
Oh, wow.
It's not over. Slayer with the offensive rebound. Tennessee is pushing it. Okay, they slow it down here. He's on Rocky Davidson. This is a 9-second difference if my math is correct. Rockies.
Yeah, don't have to fail yet.
Probably do. Rocky deciding with the step back, doesn't take it here. McGee is open for 3 and he hits it.
Oh, we have an upset alert, you guys. Michigan's gonna have to come out and do something big right here.
15.4 seconds left. CSBA. Tennessee. It was just a 57-57 game. And just like that, we've got 2 3-pointers. Tennessee is up. 50 seconds left here. This is tough because Michigan just used their last timeout. You got to shoot threes, and you got to pray it goes well here, right? All right, guys?
Yeah,
Tennessee's been missing their free throws too. So even if Michigan gets a quick 3 and then turns around and fouls right away, if Tennessee can't hit one of them field goals or the free throws like they've been doing, Michigan still has a good shot to force this game into overtime.
Yeah, not over yet, but I mean, they needed to hit it right. You got McGee over there, you got Dio, you got Shane. I mean, you need someone to hit here. That's all there is to it. And against the defense Tennessee has been playing, it's going to be pretty tough here.
Absolutely. As we close out here, Michigan has got to score quick. You almost have to get a 3 here. I know there's 15 seconds left, but you don't have any timeouts. You got to go to Shane Page. He's got to get a 3 here. It's not going to him. It's going to McGee. He's passing out to Shane Page. That's the contested 3, and he misses it. And Craig is passing it to none other than Rocky Davidson, who gets fouled here. It's I don't want to say it's over because it's not. You can get a steal here, but this one is close to being over. And those 5 of you who picked the pick-ems, great job, Craig, Rocky Davidson. Great job, Tennessee. I mean, I'm impressed.
Yeah, and Nighthawk, I mean, in the chat said maybe the biggest upset in the season. I mean, we've already seen 2 great upsets where, Purdue was heavily favored over Florida in the pick'em, and Duke able to top UNLV. But, man, what an insane game. These coaches putting out everything they have. You love to see it in the CSBA. Every game is a great game here, and so many tough matches.
I'm pulling up the stats right now. Tennessee is not even ranked, not even in the top 25, and Michigan is a top 5 team. I thought I saw someone say down goes Frazier. I think it's a little early to be that dramatic, but I mean, Tennessee, you just earned yourself a top 25 ranking. Great damn job.
Yeah, and you got to be proud of the job that Craig's done there at Tennessee. As a new coach myself, I know some of the struggles he's gone through, and both you guys have been through the same thing. He has gone through a lot to get his program here. And hats off to you. Keep working. Super proud of you, Craig, and what you've done here at Tennessee already.
Yeah, and Ted, any final takes here before we look at stats and close this out?
No, I mean, great game. I mean, Michigan, obviously, they took a huge loss here, but we know they're going to be back. They're a great team, and I mean, we know they're Michigan, right? Still favorites in the Big Ten, in my opinion, even though we've seen some great teams over there. I mean, the Big 12, I mean, if you're in there and you see Tennessee right here, you got to be nervous. I mean, Tennessee with the win this week, Florida as well, those big dogs might not have any more. Kentucky, Kansas, watch out,
Yep.
right? So, I mean, great week of games.
Again, on behalf of David Ware, my broadcast partner, and then my other broadcast partner, Ted Stern, CSBA, we had a heck of a game, a nice win again by Nighthawk. This is a historic win for Tennessee. We saw them getting close to the end of getting a couple wins last season, Ted, but this is a huge basket for them. Let me pull up the stats again. I have terrible luck with all of this. Let's give it a minute here. If we don't get it going, I'll go ahead and close this out. But again, I can't talk enough about the parity here in the CSBA. If we look at the stats here, I mean, David, you take Tennessee, what impresses you? And then Ted, maybe Michigan, what you think you could do better? And then we'll close out.
Well, Tennessee, 7 steals, 4 blocks, putting a lot of pressure. Um, and they didn't have as many second chance points as I would like, or points in the paint, but their defense. And hey, they wound up shooting 50% from the 3 point range. They didn't make many early, but in the late third quarter and in the fourth quarter, they hit the 3 pointers. 50%, that's solid for a team.
Mhm. And then Ted, for Michigan, what are your thoughts? We know they're going to be back. Shane Page is a great
Yeah,
coach. We
yeah,
know
for
that.
sure.
But what's the one thing
I
that's
mean,
kind
look
of
at
sticking
the,
out to you?
I mean, yeah, looking at the stats, points in the paint they won. They dominated the paint with rebounds, blocks, getting to the line. It's just maybe they got working that shooting, maybe getting guys open better. I mean, they like to live on some of those outside shots for sure with Page and McGee and stuff out there. You just got to shoot better at the end of the day. 2 of 10 from free throw, 1 of 11 for 3 pointers. Just ain't gonna get you very many wins in the CSBA.
Absolutely. And yet again, on behalf of my broadcast partners, three-man booth, we hope you really enjoyed this game, but we know for sure that we did. CSBA, Tennessee takes down David as Tennessee takes down Goliath in Michigan. I'm just so excited. I'm mumbling my words. CSB, we appreciate you. We've got one more game. Texas versus FSU. Let's go ahead and celebrate. We've got my man Juan broadcasting the game and B-Mill supporting him. Let's show some love to the new guys, CSB. Again, for assured fame, David Ware, Ted Stern, we are out.